So, yep, we're jacked up today. Actually, this jack failed on the 12-foot dump trailer, and it was going rather well until it quit jacking. So what I've started to do is bought the weld-on replacement jack, but it does have a nice bracket. It'll stop me from having to make one, and there's already holes drilled on the frame of the trailer. So I'm trying to save it. So I started with a fine cutting wheel instead of torching it. I started cutting it. I don't know if that shows it very well or not. Let's go around this side. So I have this side, I believe. See, that's popped. I just did that and it popped up by itself. So I gotta cut a little more. Woo, right here. On this side, that side, flop it over, put a new disc on, cut the other side, and do minimal damage to the mounting plate. And then while it's off, I will take the measurement there, set the new jack on, grind her down good, using the old weld as a guide to make sure I got her nice and straight. I'll tack it. And then I will put it back on so we can get the jack working again. My theory on this is it has, this one like the other one has a bar that slips down, you run a pin through it. There's the pin. And that helps you set the jack height down to the ground or onto we usually use a piece of treated 6x6 to drop them on. And then you crank it down, less cranking that way. But I believe that the jack didn't get put up all the way, and one of us, I'll put my hand up. Maybe me, who knows? We hit a sidewalk or something with it. And there's not much clearance. This is kind of a low pro trailer. You know, the tub or the dump body's in between the axles. So, yes, still haven't put the sander away. Weather's crappy here this afternoon. High winds, rain, it dropped off. About 85 degrees earlier, and it dropped down into the 60s with quite a little storm come through. Well, anyway, so that's what's going to happen. Of course, this is the back. Now, this is an 8,000. This is a pretty heavy jack, but I never leave anything loaded on it, and I don't need to crank it up. So, this is a Bulldog, 5,000 pounds. Now, that trailer probably weighs somewhere around 2,800 pounds, so that'll be fine. I never jack it up and load it. I'll just empty it and then take it off. So yeah, that's what I'm doing tonight. If you can look out that back window, you can see how hard it's raining out there, and it is, geez, way too much light. I don't know what it is. 8:33 in the evening, just about dark, so I won't be installing this tonight, but I'm gonna get the welding done on it, put it back together, and then in the morning I can slap it on. 4 9/16 headed bolts, and sure, I think they're actually 5/16 bolts, with 9/16 heads on them. So self-locking nuts on them, put it back together. Ordered all my filters today for the 52. Long-term plans for this. I plan on changing the front end out to a rack and pinion front, leaving the flathead V8 in it, maybe put some cool heads on it, maybe a double carb. But first I want to get it more drivable. Now it's very drivable, but it's 45 miles an hour, 50, but you're really pushing that little flathead. Too many RPMs. Oh, it would go 80 if it had the right gears in it, but the three speed on the column does not help. And it has 373 rears in it. There's a 9-inch Ford in it. So, yeah, so you get something in that. I do have a couple 5-speed options to put that in there. So, it'd be a bunch of probably Speedway parts and, yep, hook it up to the 239 and get some good steering, some power brakes on it. And, yeah, get her where she's scary. It is kind of scary now, even though I've done the Kingpin. It's been 12 years. But it's, yeah, I got a steering stabilizer on it. But it is kind of old suspension on it. Springs all the way around. And, yeah, the other thing I might do on the back is put the back onto coilovers and get rid of the springs. Yep. Probably 4-link and on coils. Big plans. Gonna have to take some money to do it, so. Yep. This is my first one that I did when I got back. And I've also had Mustangs and stuff, but this is the first one I ever did after I got back into playing. And is it complete? No. Side windows out of it, a little window, both sides. Got the glass to replace it. Got interior, but it is a virtually rust-free truck. So, geez, I start off in a Jack and I almost end up with one of my trucks. Okay, so hit that like button, ask some questions, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Tell me what you want to see. There's a lot of stuff goes on around here. I occasionally film some of it. Have a good night. Stay safe.